Member for Vieux-Fort North.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Madam President, Mr. Speaker, members of Parliament, the wife and family of Mr. Arsene James, his friends. I express condolences to the family of Mr. James. On behalf of the people of Vieux-Fort North, I am aware, Madam President, that Mr. James has many friends and even relatives in the constituency of Vieux-Fort North, in Vigier in particular. Avec, moi voulais dire, famille Mr. James, Madame Lee Ishley, avec famille qui, moi c'est parti avec famille, on behalf of Jean Vieux-Fort North. Madam President, yes, it is true. When a man or woman lies in his or her box, facing up, facing the sky or the darkness of his or her own box. In this case, he has nothing but obviously the energy that never diminishes. Les moun mort et yo ka couché a dit dans sekay yo pa ka tan rien mais l'anya bagay yo te tan avant. This person knew from prior to his death that in death glowing tributes will seek to place the tributes themselves at the altar where the sermons are made, at the altar that seemed to create saints all of a sudden. Avec avant moun mort, Madame Président, nous tous savons qui les nous kay mort. La kay ni a chay poisé, ou kay tan a chay bel bagay, mais de laisser bay ça a dit parce que ces bay là même vle élever koyo, ces voix même vle élever koyo parce que moun salaza mort. And so all I really need to say to the family, to Mr. James's family, I will say the same things that I said to Mr. James when he was alive. In fact, apart from his family and maybe some of his close friends, probably the member for Labrie, and I can say that we knew Mr. James, apart from his family and other very close friends, the longest. Mr. James was our school principal at the Vieux-Fort Senior Secondary School, and we had many interactions with him. Many discussions from school plays, sports, and at the time, we were kind of close. It is to the family I want to speak so that they can add to their own memories a few things that they did not know. For I'm sure most of what the members of Mr. James's family heard today or will hear today, they, better than anybody else, would know the pains that he went through in the politics, the joys, what calmed him, what drove him. And while this is very ceremonial, I really want at the end of my presentation for them to leave with a little something that they didn't know. He was a very strict disciplinarian, most of you will know. Let me say James c'était à mettre l'école, les nous t'es allé l'école. Il était toujours qu'à parler about discipline. And I can never forget, there was an incident with a gentleman called Balo when we were in Form 5. And as the principal of the school, Mr. James decided that although we were in Form 5, Balo and I needed some discipline and some therapy with the school strap. So he took us up to his office. You had to walk up the stairs. Those of you who knew the Vieux-Fort Comprehensive Secondary School, it is this block with the staff room. You had to walk up the stairs and go to Mr. James's office. So we walked up the stairs, entered his office, and he said to me, "I know you to be a very good boy. Why are you creating trouble in the Form 5 class? You're debating with somebody, but you want to fight and all kinds of things like that." I tried to defend myself. He didn't want to listen to me, and he proceeded to pull his drawer where he kept a nice leather strap. So when he pulled the drawer, I'm sure Balo can remember that. Now Balo is a very big guy, tough and tall. He's in the police force now. When he pulled the drawer, Brother Balo said to him, "Mr. James, what are you doing with this?" And Mr. James was startled. And he said, "What?" He said, "Mr. James, what are you doing with this thing there in the drawer?" So Mr. James calmly pushed the drawer back, and he said to the two of us, "Go outside." Afterwards, he came to me and said, "But Musa, why are you doing these things? Why you think you can come and disrespect me in my office like that?" I said, "Mr. James, not me. I'm not the one who said that. It's this guy over there." And then he gave us some lines to write and so on. And even in the parliament, up in the lounge, he and I joked about that particular incident. And he told me the reason he didn't use the strap is because he did not want, in his old age, for Balo, this big man, to remind him that he used the strap on him. So he told me he was not afraid, but he did not want to go into his old age with this. So I wanted to give the family that kind of, it's a little joke, but just to tell you that his demeanor, that particular demeanor goes way back. Moi, Mr. James, later à Parlement, moi c'était ministre agricole, nous t'ai toujours qu'à parler about agricole, parce que tout le monde sait que c'est un monde qui sorti des ruisseaux, avec des ruisseaux, c'est une place agricole, avec moi, Mr. James, toujours qu'à parler about agricole, avec même si, Madame Président, nous tenons des débats nous au Parlement, et toujours, as the leader of the opposition said, he always called me to speak about agriculture. He called me on the phone and said, "Musa, what's happening to this and what's happening to that? Why didn't you do this and do that?" And then I would explain to him. And so, if vous qui Mr. James, même si nous avons débattu au Parlement, Monsieur ça là, c'est un monsieur qui était toujours voulu parler avec nous en cas concite avec un Parlement. I want to say to his family that the glowing things I really want to take with me really has to do with his demeanor. He and the God Spirit will deal, I'm sure, with their own business within the level of energy. And I want to say to the family that I am sure you will miss him, and I am sure the extended family will miss him. I urge you to be strong, as in times like this one, when everyone has left the cemetery and everyone has gone home, that is the time you really, for weeks and months and years, you really feel the pain of death and the pain, the sadness, and the loneliness. So I pray to God that you have peace. I pray to God that you get the strength to deal with this death. And on behalf of my family and my constituents once again, I say sincere condolences to the family and to his friends and to all who knew him. Madame President, merci en chai. Mr. Speaker, sorry. Madam President, Mr. Speaker.